What's poppin', everybody? It's your boy SnowyKurama. I am your co-captain for your team LBL for the PGP 500, also known as Pokemon Grand Prix. How the hell are we all doing? Hope we're doing well. We're gonna go ahead and start here with Table Guys match versus Gold Sound. We are playing the NPDL National Pokemon Draft League this week for week 1. And I think that we might be able to pull it out. We're a pretty good strong team, so hope you guys can stick around for all of our matches for this week and the rest of the weeks that we will be participating. We'll go ahead and start off with this one right here. Probably go muted, go slow. Okay. Oh, I didn't even go over leads. Let's do that, huh? Table guy could go meow just to go meow. He's not the type to do that, though. To just go meow. I mean, I guess U-turn's pretty decent into a lot of that team against Ogre Pond. Darkrai. Flower Trick's good into me, the fish. Wheezing wouldn't be bad either. Get a Toxic off on somebody. Probably Wheezing and fish. Nah, Meow and fish. Meow and fish. Keldeo, alright. Versus Ogerpon. Okay, so I got the typing pretty much mixed up on those two. Terra is what? Bug on Mew. And probably something stab unless Table Guy only brought his bug type Mew. And then Gold Sound just has Terra Ogerpon. Let's go ahead. We see Wheezing coming on in here to take the Ivy Cudgel, of course. I think that's still quite a bit of damage. Heatran comes on in. Do we see Toxic Spikes? We do! Very nice. I hope the opponent doesn't have boots. Keldeo is now here. We see Taunt. Too little, too late. Keldeo's, I guess he can't Calm Mind anymore. Poison right there on the Aloe, which is better than Toxic for sure. Just straight up Surf from the Keldeo. Iron Treads comes in. See a Play Rough come off. See Eject Button into the Sylveon. Baton Pass from Sylveon. What into the... Oh, Keldeo. I was thinking the Meowscarada. But he caught the Flip Turn, so that's pretty good. Into the Ogerpon. Kind of wishing the Wheezing got up another spike, but it is what it is. Here he is, back again. Terra into the Grass type. We're going to see a Swords Dance. We do not. We just see a regular U-turn. Still pretty good. Heatran is now in. We see Keldeo coming on in now. The Magma Storm. So this Keldeo is now trapped. We see Aloe coming on in. Keldeo probably has Flip, yeah. So the Magma Storm doesn't really matter. Iron Treads is now in. Stealth Rock is now up. See Flip Turn. One sec. One little sec here. Alright. we are going to continue on. Let's see, where are we? We have Lando coming on in. Iron Tread's trying to click the ice move. We just see a knockoff, which is still very good. No more helmet for that guy. See some stealth rock action. I need to pick myself up and actually be behind the camera. Sylveon is in. See an earthquake coming off. Pretty decent damage. Very unfortunate for us. See a U-turn here. Hey, Lego, what's up? Heatran is in. Still the first game. We see a Wish come off. So Sylveon's going to get all its HP back, or maybe into Keldeo. Okay. I mean, this thing seems to be pretty important to keep healthy, so pretty good decision there. What do we see next? We see Alamamola coming on in, taking some rocks. See Focus Blast, doing quite a bit of damage. Alright. Iron Treads is now in. Hey, Stish, welcome! Welcome to the stream. We are still on game 1 with Table Guy. See a Hatterene is in here now. Lando comes on in. Next we see a Heavy Slam. Okay, so probably no ice move on you unless you just were predicting. Weezing is in. We see a Taunt, which is pretty good for no more spikes. Tylord said to skip his game. Heatran is now in. See Sludge Bomb doing nothing to this Heatran, because of course that's how that works. Keldeo is in now. Hey, Venice, welcome. See Magma Storm off on the Keldeo. Whittling down this thing and the rocks, it's gonna really do some damage. Protect on the Surf instead of the Flip Turn. Pretty decent. I don't know if Table Guy is just gonna get rid of the Keldeo here or not. See another Surf. Then we see an Aqua Jet. Okay. And then another Surf. Skip mine too. I can't skip everybody's. Then what am I doing here? See, Ogerpon is now in, ready to do some damage. Weezing is here. Ivy Cudgel taking this thing out. Crazy. I mean, that's the power of Terra. So we are now seeds 5 versus 5. Meowscarada is in. We see a U-turn probably. We see just a switch to Heatran, so I guess we're going to try to get the Flame Body here. Do we see the burn? No burn. Very good. Keldeo is now in at a mere 15%. Let's see. A Protect here. Probably into a Surf. Yeah. He's been trying to get in them Surfs. That leftover recovery is pretty good for him. Hatterene is in. Is it going to be able to take a Surf? No, it is not. No, it is not. Keldeo is not playing around. Okay. Iron Treads comes in to take the Cudgel. Or the Knock. U-turn, actually. Into Heatran, probably? No, I meant to say Landorus. I said Heatran. See a Rapid Spin, getting rid of them rocks, and then Treads is probably going to go down right here. I think that's a worthy trade, because now Gold has to spend a turn to get up the rocks again. Mew is here. Terastallizes into a Bug type to not get destroyed by the Earthquake, but no D-Dance. Pretty good taunt. Not weak to the U-turn either, so it's a pretty good Terra type. Thing is, the Heatran is now in, but it got Earthquaked, so didn't even matter. Who in that team wanted to take a Spec Surf? No, nobody. Absolutely nobody. Sylveon, I didn't know he was Specs, if I'm being honest. Sylveon versus Darkrai. See a nasty plot. The Poison move might take out the Sylveon for the +2. Yeah, it does it. It does it. What do we see? The Mew come back in, maybe? Keldeo is here for a Vacuum Wave. Just straight up kills. Straight up kills. This Keldeo is doing it. Ogerpon is now in. Do we see another Vacuum Wave? Doesn't exactly take down the Ogerpon, but it's still its last turn. The Poison will do it. Very nice. Now it's Lando versus Meow and Mew. Both of which get ice moves. So your boots aren't going to save you. Oh, you don't have boots. Never mind. Nothing saves this Lando here. And that is game. Fantastic start by one of our strongest players, Table Guy. Very well done. Very well done. Up next, we got Stish versus Legends Zakoic. What a name. Ogre won't appreciate that. No, not at all. No. I didn't know a team even drafted Magneton. That's interesting. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Stish. We're probably gonna see... I didn't watch all of our games. I think I only watched 2 of them. Lagency, like a blunder. Probably the Gita Pokemon. What's its name? Glamora? Glamora and Lando, maybe. I want to go mute. Alright, let's go. So Terra's, okay, Ogerpon. I was thinking about Ogerpon, but I was thinking it maybe not. Probably predicting the Palafin or something. Terra Poison on Manaphy. Terra Grass on Heatran. We also have Terra Poison on the Zarude. And Terra Ground on the Magneton. And Ursaluna. Okay, so I was completely wrong. We see a U-turn. What's going to want to come in on this Blood Moon? I don't think Manaphy really does. God damn. At least you can't use it again. Palafin is in. We see a Scald. We see a Burn. Very, very good. Very clutch. Magneton is now here. What is a Manaphy gonna do? Alluring Voice resists that. We see a Palafin switch in, so he's got his hero form now. Takes that Scald a little bit better. Still Burn. Ogerpon is now in, ready to take the Wave Crash. Okay, we're starting out strong here. We're gonna try to Trailblaze. Woodhammer, actually, to get rid of the Palafin. There we go. That'll do it. Iron Val is now in. See a Poison Jab taking this thing down. Yikes. That is yikes. Lando is now in. We see a nice punch. Ooh. Are you... Oh, you're orbed. That does not quite take out the Val. And then knock off. Man, this Val is just, it's doing it. Took out 2 for the price of 1. We see Ursaluna coming in with a Regieleki. See a light screen here. Probably an Earth Power. Almost doing it to the Regieleki. If that screen wasn't up, that'd have been dangerous. Earth Power, so Regieleki has sacrificed itself essentially to put up the screens. There's no way that Zakoic can get rid of the screens at this point, except for maybe Brick Break somewhere. Grass type into Magma Storm, cannot leave. See a Blood Moon. Unfortunate crit. Very unfortunate crit. Into Vacuum Wave, which isn't doing a lot, but it's some chip before Ursaluna goes down. Now it's 3 versus 3. We see Magneton in. Thunderbolt is not going to do it because it's resisted here. Scorching Sands is going to do it. So there we go. We see Zarude is in. Are we going to see Terra Poison? We see Terra Blast, just regular. And then Heatran's done. What is it, Clef now? It's going to be Manaphy. Okay. Terra Poison, probably the Power Whip. Knockoff instead. A crit! Nasty crit. That sucks. 2 nasty crits. Really fucking did it. Clefable is now in. We see regular... Not regular. We see Terra Blast Poison. A Wish here. Are we going to see... I don't know. Does it get Psychic? Did you bring Psychic? Ooh, Encore. I remember this part of the game. That was some BS. That was some real BS. We're just going to probably see this happen over again with the bulk ups and the encores, and bulk up and encore, and then trying to Terra Blast, encore. Yeah. Yeah. I guess you knocked out the guy here. Stored power, okay. After some time of seeing the encores and the bulk ups, I definitely just left. I was like, this is just how it's gonna be. Almost lost because of it. Take it off slow. Definitely gonna be taking it off slow for your match. That was horrendous. That's very unfortunate. We can't win them all, but we can try. We got Veniscanix versus Nutshack. What a name. We got Webs. Hopefully we're Boots all on the team here. I mean, Samurott setting up the spikes wouldn't be bad. Moltres wouldn't be a bad start either. Cornerstone food, though. I'm just going to say Samurott and Ribombee. That's what we're going to do today. Moltres, okay, so if I just stuck with my guns there, it would have been right. I would have been right if I just stuck with my Moltres guns. We see Terra Electric on Golden Go. And Terra Poison on Annihilate. Might be it. The rest of them are stab types. Let's see it. Flamethrower. Taking it down to Sash. Do we see a burn? No burn. Into the webs. Samurott is now in. I was expecting a U-turn, not gonna lie. Into Stun Spore. Yikes. The Aqua Jet takes out the Ribombee though, so not bad. Not bad at all. Ogerpon is now in. Do we see another Aqua Jet? Big Cudgel into Flip Turn. Moltres is now here again. Probably has a Charty. U-turn. Doing quite a bit of damage. Into the Rillaboom. Baiting out the Ivy Cudgel, I'm sure. Still doing a lot. God damn. This Ogerpon is strong. Corv is here. What do we see? A U-turn probably? There it is. Rocky Helmet. So Moltres, yeah. Gonna try to Flamethrower or something, I guess. Tentacruel is now in. What do we see? Scorching Sands on the Switch, not bad. Got the burn too, let's go. More of that, please. All the hacks for us, please. Samurott is in. I don't know if it lives a move. Flip turn, sorry. Long day. Ogerpon is now in. We see a switch out to Corviknight. So do we see Ceaseless? Aqua Jet. Probably would have done a lot to the Ogerpon. Right? 31. Oh yeah, that would have probably killed. U-turn, so no spikes for Team LBL today. Lando comes in. Big Lando. Cyclozar's in with the boots, trying to spin maybe. Yeah. Catches that with Annihilate. See a taunt, so no bulk up for him. Yep, there we go. We see a switch out into gold. Hopefully taking the fighting move. We see the Drain Punch. Tentacruel is now in. Ooh, we see a trick. Choice Scarf and Vest. Okay. Hey, Macaroni, what's up? Welcome. Terra Electric. Do you have Terra Blast or Thunderbolt? Thunderbolt would make more sense. We're probably going to see that come out here. Doesn't take out the Ogerpon. I thought it would. Rillaboom is now in to take the... what, knockoff? Ivy Cudgel, okay. Lost because of Terra Electric. Worst move. Oh, yikes. Annihilate is now in with Cyclozar. We see a U-turn. Moltres is now in. We see Tentacruel now here. Moltres probably Scorching Sands. Hurricane miss. That's a yikes. That is one yikes. Hurricane again, taking down some of Tentacruel's health and gets the confusion. Knocks off the boots. Scarf. Okay, wow. Okay. Hurricane doing some big damage. And Tentacruel is gonna die to the burn? No. Huge miss. Yeah, that was crazy. U-turn there. Alright, Tentacruel is down. What do you see coming in? Probably the Ogerpon. No, it's the U-turn, so maybe Annihilate. Yeah, trying to get in with the fighting move. Moltres is now in. See a Rage Fist doing quite a bit of damage, even though Annihilate really hasn't taken anything. Interesting. Rage Fist. No burn. That is illegal. Someone check if he's hacking. Rapid Spin, which will power up the Rage Fist. Not like it matters against this guy. Bulking up right there. See a taunt, so you can't do that anymore, but we'll probably see a Drain Punch here. Taking down the Cyclozar. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Sneasler is in. Unfortunately, this Annihilate kind of looks like it's gonna do it. Dire Claw gets the para, which is pretty decent. And into the full para. Let's go. Def good to rewatch these matches. Oh, yeah. For sure. So you can see mistakes and what you can do for whatever next time. Make it rain into the Annihilate. Not going to take it out. Not quite. Do you see another para? Ooh. Another para. Let's go. Shadow Ball taking out the Annihilate with a crit. Arceus, is that you? Lando is now in. Unfortunately, going to be destroyed by the Earth Power. Just probably what Venice was saying about Terra Electric being the worst thing that he did. Sneasler is in. We see CC, but that's not going to be enough. Even with the poison. And that is game. Need to see how stupid I was with fresh eyes. That's crazy. Alright, well. That is what, 1 and 2 for us? We gotta be on the other side of this, right? Palafinion, that's Ren, isn't it? I think it is. We got Ren versus Spiral BB. Let's see. Waiting for the Tylord match. It'll come. It's one of these matches. I get to watch my own back one of these days, so that'll be something. Yep, he did say he wanted his game hidden. That is true. What do we see here? Yeah. It's not going to be hidden, unfortunately. What do we see? Palafin, probably. And a Claude. Maybe even Jirachi. Can see Hydreigon lead. Palafin Claude. Or Palafin, Palafin Rachi. Boom. Oh, Keldeo. Another Keldeo lead. Palafin. I'm definitely underestimating this horse. See Terra Grass on the Ceruledge and Terra Electric on Keldeo. Electric on the Annihilate. And that might be all. Switch right out into Fezandipity. See a Surf. Okay. Taking a little bit of a chunk there. Flip turn into the Claude. No, the Jirachi. That was my second guess. Roosting off that damage. Pretty good. See Annihilate coming on in here. What, on the rocks potentially? U-turn, so a free boost to the Rage Fist. Very nice. Into the Enamorous. Orthworm coming in. Presumably Spadef. Earth Power, just eating that up. Very good. And then Fez is in on the Fairy move. No, Ceruledge switch. That makes a lot more sense. Jirachi is now in. Does Fez get knock? Charm. Very interesting. See Psychic Noise coming off. Doing a little bit of a chunk. No more healing for Fez, though. Clicks that U-turn into what? Hydreigon? Annihilate. To click that Rage Fist or maybe that Bulk Up. Claude is in. See Rage Fist doing quite a bit of damage. Into the Orthworm, so no Toxic can happen. See a Rocks instead. Never heard someone pronounce... Yeah, I've been practicing. I see it so often. Hydreigon is in against the Ceruledge. Swords Dancer's also a place in Final Fantasy 13-2. I don't remember what it was, but that's the first time I ran into the word serendipity. So I figured that's why. That's where Fez's name comes from. So it's kind of a word I already knew. Hydreigon is in. Subs. Flash Cannon doing quite a bit of damage. This thing is not vested. Alluring Voice. Gotta hate those noise moves. The sound ones. Fez is now in, ready to click the Gunk Shot or whatever. Moonblasts instead. Might not have the poison move. Confirmed no poison move. Earth Power. See a Roost here because no more taunt. Healing Wish. Very decent attack into what, Keldeo? Forgot those mons were named after words. Yeah, man. Words mean things. Ceruledge is now in on a balloon. Does it get the health? Toxic. Chain. There we go. That's what we like to see. It's no boosting Fezandipity, but you know, we'll take it. We have a Meowscarada taking a lot from that U-turn. Crazy stuff. Palafin is now in. A Jet Punch destroys this thing now. There it is. We see a dead Meowscarada into... There's the Healing Wish. I don't know how that stuff works. Fez is back. Ready to take whatever this thing wants to dish out. We see Terra Grass into the Swords Dance. No poison move on Fez, so I guess that was fine. But it's also, it can do U-turn. Doesn't matter. Crit Shadow Ball. Shadow Claw, my bad. Great Tusk is now in. You got the, okay, yeah, the Ice Spinner. I was wondering, I was like, that's a ground type. What are you doing? Keldeo is now in against the Tusk. Gonna do some crazy damage. Palafin's in. I don't think Palafin is immune to crazy damage being dealt. 28 isn't awful, I suppose. Flip turn for another 7. What do we see here? Bulk Up, maybe? Because this guy's gotta be Water Absorb. Drain Punch. You have Poison Point, but you're not going to be Poison Point. Keldeo is back in to take... Okay, never mind. There's Sub. I don't think that Keldeo gets a sound move. Flip turn, do we see a bulk up, or we just see attacks into attacks into attacks? Yep, just attacks, so Drain Punch. Definitely a good call, considering this thing's definitely Water Absorb. Just playing around that. That is a dead Clodsire into the Jirachi. Psychic Noise doesn't take out the Palafin. We're probably going to see a Jet. No, we can't see a Jet Punch. It even blocks Drain Punch. I figured that maybe you'd still get the damage off. Jet Punch comes off. We see his Psychic Noise taking down Big Palafin. Probably Orthworm has to come out, right? Yeah, there he is. We see U-turn into... what? Earthquake? Iron Defense, getting ready to click the high-powered body press off of this thing. See Aura Sphere doing a shit ton of damage into the body press, which does a ton back. Unfortunately, Orthworm's either going to go down here or... Okay, good. I was wondering if we might see another Aura Sphere into the Annihilate. Speaking of, Annihilate is now in. We see a Surf doing some damage to Annihilate. This thing's definitely just, might even be vested. It's probably vested. Another Rage Fist is going to do it. We see Terra Electric for reasons for super effective poison move, or psychic move reasons. Rage Fist takes down this Jirachi, and that is game. Very well done, Ren. We are tied up 2-2, I think. We got the holiest of macaronis versus Luppy 0315. Maybe Quack, because it can pivot out. I don't think Sandaconda would be too bad here either, unless we see Manaphy starting. I like how Shaman just looks like it's hidden there. Tink Lottie, I guess. By Lottie, though. Tink Manaphy, then. Let's go! Talonflame, okay. Into Sandaconda, way off. We have a Terra... I guess Stab Terra on Luppy's side. Then we have the Terra Fairy Skeledirge and Terra Electric Quaquaval for Macaroni. We see U-turn coming on out. Rocky Helmet Sandaconda, very nice. Into the Manaphy. Glaring the Manaphy, okay. See Shaman coming on the water move. Flip turn, taking that pretty well. Into the Talonflame again, ready to click the Gale Wings buttons. Or even fire buttons. Sandaconda taking some damage from the Brave Bird, doing a lot of chip to that Talonflame. Lottie is now in. What's Sandaconda wanting to do? Clicks the Rock Tomb. Not bad. Lowering this thing's speed is pretty good. Tink comes in, ready to just tank anything this thing's going to want to do. Luster Purge doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. T-Flame is now back. We see a knockoff. And the burn. Oh no. Oh no. Let's see, Roost here. What does Tink want to do? Clicks the rocks. Okay, good. That's going to be good for whittling down the other team. Skeledirge is now in. Takes that Flare Blitz pretty good. See a U-turn now. Okay. Into the Manaphy. Skeledirge, I think, is Terra Fairy from what I remember. So it's going to be able to shrug off the water moves. Shaman is in instead. Calls it and goes for Ice Beam. Okay. Seed Flare taking out the Manaphy right away. That's some good accuracy right there. The Lottie is now in, ready to click probably a... Okay, Dragon Dance then. Is Luster Purge special? Doesn't matter because Draco Meteor is there. It's doing quite a bit. Dazzling Gleam will take out the Lottie. Very nice. Into a shiny Brambleghast. Tink is now in. We probably see a spin. Poltergeist instead. Doing a lot of damage with the Citrus Berry, which heals back up, so not bad. Definitely weaker than we'd want it to be, though. Spins away those rocks and takes the Mirror Herb. Clicks the knockoff, which, you know, no more item. And now it can get poltergeisted, but it misses. There we go. See more rocks coming up. Do we see a Skeledirge switch on the rapid spin? We don't. That's probably better because of the poltergeist. Raises speed, okay. Gigaton Hammer, so, well, Tink is probably still going to die here unless we see a switch, but no reason to switch. Things are already pretty weak. That is a very fast Brambleghast. Skeledirge is in, probably clicking that Terra Fairy. Doing quite a bit of damage with that Poltergeist. Torch Song takes it out right away. Yeah, he's boots. Talonflame is now in. Probably going to be able to kill with the Brave Bird, yeah. Then what do we see? Terrapagos? Sandaconda, okay. With the rock move. Does not kill with the Flare Blitz. Takes it down with the helmet as well. Into the Rock Tomb. Alright, pretty good. Pretty good. We see 2 Mons versus 4 now. Sandaconda could pretty much just go down here. Endeavor! Ooh. I did not know Sandaconda got that. That's heat. That is heat right there. Misplayed clicking knock first with Tink on Bramble. Probably. I mean, but it's fine. Quackleval gets that attack boost. We're probably going to click Terra here, aren't we? Yeah, so Thunderclap won't be doing anything. Except for there's now a Terra Electric here. Thunderbolt doing a little bit of damage. I feel like Thunderclap's definitely not killing. Brick Break. And that is that. Very well done, Macaroni. This Tink did some good work. The Sandaconda did some crazy work too. I did not know about Endeavor. That's pretty wild. The interactions with the Pickpocket and the knock and everything were just a little odd, but other than that, this was a crazy good game for us. Very nice. That's what, 3-2? Big Tie Lord. Big Tie Lord, where's he at? Versus Regal. Probably leading Grim, right? Grim Gambit. I did watch this game, but I don't exactly remember. I just remember how it ends. Kind of. Grim is in versus Torn. Okay. Tylord game. Here it is. The moment we've all been waiting for. We got Terra Water on the Serp. Terra Flying on the King Gambit. Pretty good Terra type for King Gambit, honestly. We see King Gambit coming in. Speak of the goddamn devil. We see Light Screen. Terra Flying. We see a Reflect. Into a Brick Break, getting rid of those screens. Very unfortunate. Skip. Hey, Tyler, what's up? Blastoise is now in. See Terra Blast doing a pretty decent chunk to the Blastoise. The Solo King is in. We see a Yawn trying to get this guy to go to bed. Potentially switch into the Torn. What do we see here? We see a flip turn. That's what, Chomp? Serp, actually, getting ready to click the Terra button and the sub, probably. There it is. Air Slash is going to get rid of that sub. Going for the higher accurate moves rather than the explosive ones. God damn, that's a strong Air Slash. This thing max attack. Leaf Storm, not doing anything because of the typing. Big yikes. Air Slash takes down the crazy Serp. Garchomp is now in. Do we see Scale Shot probably? Into the Tusk. That'd be a not cool Scale Shot. Subs up. Okay. Into the Scale Shot. Tusk is taking it like nobody's business. See Ice Spinner getting rid of that sub with a crit. Crit mattered. Get out your damage calcs. See Blastoise coming on in. Do we see an Earthquake? Yeah. Doing a chunk. Shelly's getting weak though. Torn is now in. Do we see a flip turn? Only downhill from here. Yikes. Air Slash. Alright. Getting rid of the Blastoise. Very unfortunate. I don't like it. Do we see a rock move on this Bertha? Hope not. See an SD, which is a hell of a lot better. We're going to see probably an Earthquake here. Yeah, I kind of just have to hit whatever's in front of us, unfortunately. Ice Spinner. Rough Skin. It's going to matter. We see a Blaziken coming on in. We're probably going to see some Protect action. There we go. Earthquake. Tusk is probably... Does it die? I don't think it does. CC, not enough. Not quite enough. We see Earthquake taking out the Blaziken. Maybe the Scizor comes in on this. Grimmsnarl. We're going to see King Gambit coming on in. Would we see a Spirit Break here? See a Reflect. Okay. Probably better. Dazzling Gleam. Doing just a little bit of damage. No more Brick Break on, or no more screens because of Brick Break. Very annoying. When my screens go up, I want them to stay. No more Brick Breaks, please. We see Reflect going up into the Brick Break. And now it's one soldier. Clicking knockoff against King Gambit, getting rid of that Assault Vest. Into the Terra Blast, doing a sizable amount. See Rotom coming on in. Knocks off the clay for opposing screens. And Overheat gets rid of this Scizor. Very unfortunate loss there. Kind of crazy stuff. But we all know that just means Tylor's going to come back bigger, stronger, and crazier than ever once he gets back into the chair. Last match of the night, folks. If you have not liked the stream already, go ahead and do that. Subscribe if you'd like to already. I would love to hit 200 subs before the end of the year. With your help, I can do that. Got 6 more months. Really 5 more months before we get there. It's coming close. We have Coach Chris versus our very own Lycanroc. Muted. We're gonna go slow for now. I know this game's gonna take a while. I did watch this live, but I just don't remember exactly where leads were. I think it was Mesprit versus Melodic. I think. Arcanine. Okay, never mind. Into the Vikavolt. Alright, so I definitely did not remember. We have Terra Fairy on King Gambit, Electric on the Val, Fairy on Mesprit, Grass on Arcanine. I guess we're just trying to confuse everybody because there's Ice, Sandy Shocks, and Poison Serena. I think the Terras are King Gambit and somebody else that didn't show up. Then we have Terra Poison on Urshifu on the other team. We see Milotic coming out, and we see the Sunny Day Arcanine. This thing is some heat. Solar Beam is definitely designed for Milotic, which is really cool in my opinion. Flip Turn into the Weezing. Gonna take Solar Beams pretty dang well, but how about a Flamethrower? We're not gonna see that, I guess. King Gambit's in. T-Spike. Yikes. We see Milotic coming in. I'm not sure what King Gambit can really do. I mean, I guess Kowtow would be pretty good into it. Serena is now in. We see that it's wearing the boots. Recovering all that HP. This Milotic, I remember being very annoying. Golden Go is now in. Knocking off the Adrenaline Orb. I don't know what the plan was for that. Maybe webs? I don't know. Intimidate? See Sub? Probably Intimidate. Scorching Sands getting rid of that Sub. Very nice. Into the Shadow Ball. Quite a bit of damage there. Vikavolt is now in. Do we see Volt Switch? Okay, not doing too much, but still doing some damage. Arcanine is now in. See Milotic come out. Into the Flamethrower. We're going to see another Sunny Day, I think. This Arcanine set is pretty dope. Serena is now in to use Stab. Grass. So tired today. U-turn is going off. Okay, we see Arcanine coming on in. Agility's up. Okay. Into the T-Bolt doing quite a bit of damage to the Arcanine. Do we see a Flamethrower or just a Morning Sun? Flamethrower getting rid of the Vikavolt. Okay, so no webs. Probably good against a team with King Gambit. Mesprit is now in against the Enamorus. We see a superpower doing not too much, but we see the boost because of contrary. Play Rough doing a sizable amount of damage into the Psychic Noise. Okay, pretty good. Tailwind's up, so we see some speed on Chris's side. Healing Wish. I don't know how it works, folks. King Gambit's in. Milotic is in as well. Do we see... Okay, we see Terra Fairy. So now this thing can kind of get poisoned. Sandy Shocks is now in with the HP recovery. Are we going to see a T-Bolt come off here? See a Scald doing quite a bit of damage to the Sandy Shocks. Into a Spike, not bad. Love to see those hazards. Just sucks to see the electric type so weakened, considering there's no ground type on the opponent's team. Iron Valiant is now in, holding its own boots. We have the Weezing in. We see Arcanine needing to come in because the Weezing is going to be able to take whatever it's going to do, I guess. Arcanine is unfortunately poisoned here. Probably going to see a healing, not a Healing Wish, a Morning Sun. I knew it was going to heal. Sludge Bomb, taking half of that HP again. Milotic is in. Do we see the Sunny Day? Morning Sun instead. Better idea, of course. Sunny Days up, so this Scald is not going to do as much. Still does quite a bit. Morning Sun, alright. We're just going to recover on up. I am glad in this case that recover is only 8 PP. Solar Beam doing just a chunk. This Milotic must have some sort of SPDEF investment then. We have the Urshifu. Big Urshifu is in. Big Dark type Urshifu is in. We see a Trailblaze to boost up the Attack, or the speed, not bad. We see Flamethrower almost taking this thing out. That would have been nuts if it did. King Gambit is now in. See the Lumberry. This right here, folks. This right here is why we don't use the timer. I hate timer in draft, dude. Wicked Blow. Into the King Gambit, not doing too much. Sandy Shocks. Poison Jab not taking down the Sandy Shocks. It is not going down without a fight. And Wicked Blow takes it down. The Sandy Shocks must not be speed invested too much. Right? Because this thing is it's decently fast? Yeah. 322 compared to 331. Oh. I made that same mistake when I was watching it the first time. I was like, how's it faster? It's because of the stupid Trailblaze. I know how to read. Poison is... Or Terra Poison's there. We see a Poison Jab powered up. U-turn. Timers for the strong. Alright. King Gambit is now in. Wheezing is in now. We see Sucker Punch not doing anything because of the switch. Arcanine is now in, ready to take probably Sludge Bomb. Yeah, it's still holding on. Milotic is now in. We're probably going to see a Morning Sun here. So we don't want that poison to take us down. Sunny Days up. You see a Recover. Okay. We're probably going to see a healing move from the Arcanine as well. Yep, there it is. All the way back up to 100. That's pretty good. Skull taking it down to 80. Not fearing a burn because of the fire typing. And it's already poisoned. Serena is now in. We see this thing going for a Scald and then probably a hard switch into Enamorous or something. Probably Wheezing make more sense. Yeah, there it is. This Wheezing is pretty annoying. This is where it goes south. Yikes. You see a U-turn into the Arcanine. Sludge Bomb. No crit, which is great. No more Sun, which is eh. See Morning Sun here. And the Sludge Bomb. Okay. Just beefy guys taking hits. And this Wheezing is just going for the offensive. Sometimes I wish I had a timer that forced me to slow down. Yeah, right? That's what I need. I need someone to tell me, hey, think. Whole Wheezing Star Milo arc thing was so bad. It was a war of attrition. The most single battle that you will see. VGC players are racking their brains around how someone could sit here for 44 turns. Petal Blizzard into the Wheezing. Not the best, but eh. You needed to get the Milotic somehow. Sludge Bomb on the Arcanine. Sunny Days up. Nah, it's Ditto's game he posted today. What was he stalling out to? Did he already play for this league, or is it for a different one? We see Milotic is in. Morning Sun. Alright. Very awesome. Very cool stuff. Very awesome and cool and normal speed now. We see Solar Beam doing some damage. Doesn't matter because that's Recover. Awesome stuff. Love it. Serena is now in, ready to click that Petal Blizzard again. I don't know if it has any coverage for the Wheezing, but you see the unfortunate burn. Really, really sucks for Serena. Random replay, okay. Knocking off the Black Sludge. Petal Blizzard doing just some little bit of chip. Sludge Bomb. See, Synthesis, we are trying our hardest to keep everybody healthy. Confused. Does not get confused. Hits with Synthesis. Pretty good. Just kind of fishing for crits now, though. Didn't even know it was possible. Snapped out for another Synthesis, which is very good. Just switches out into Arcanine, into the Strange Steam. Very good switch on Lego's part. We see a Milotic coming in with the Spike. Would have been really cool to see more hazards get popped up, but it is what it is. Serena is now in. We see a Recover, because of course we do. I think Milotic ends up using all of them at some point. He's got one left. Flip turn into the Enamorous. We see Synth. I don't think this thing is a flying move. King Gambit is now in with a superpower, not doing much because of its fairy typing. Another superpower is going to be able to do it though. Doesn't need to because it's Iron Head. Iron Valiant is now here. Odysseus, the Urshifu, just sacks itself off. We see Moonblast. Weezing is in. We see Arcanine. Okay. I was wondering if we would see a setup on the Val on the sack of the Urshifu turn, but no way to see that coming. Serena hits with a Petal Blizzard into the Strange Steam. We probably see, yep, there's another Confusion. Awesome, love the hacks. I mean, with a game this long, you're gonna run into them. Hits with the Confusion, that's not good. We see a Sludge Bomb taking out the Serena. And now it's just Iron Val versus these three relatively healthy Pokemon. Psychic takes down the Weezing. Pretty good. I wonder if you're Vest or something. Milotic is in. We see Moonblast trying to lower the special attack, I guess. Scald. No burn. Psychic. Did that do more? I don't think it did. Just needed 6% off Weezing. Or could Arc and Sar. Yeah. Moonblast. This thing is just going to heal up, I think, until it gets... Ooh, the burn. So, game's pretty much over. See Moonblast. 1%. I remember seeing that. I was like, of course. Of course. We couldn't get at least a little bit of diff. We have that 1% stupid Milotic. Very good try there, Leganine. This game was very War of Attrition-y, and that's what you got to do if you were trying to win. So, that was week 1 of the LBL team in the PGP 500. Tune in next week where you see yours truly and 6 other coaches battling against the NBA. I don't remember what the acronym means. I know it's not the National Basketball Association or whatever it is in the real world. But I will catch you guys for the next one. I will be streaming the Crystal Legacy on Thursday until the PGP is over. So if you're into that, I'll see you then. And if not, I'll see you on Monday for week 2.